Hey, Scruffy. Wow, that's a interesting meow. Wow. You angry? You look fierce. Uh-oh. Why'd you run away? All I did was open the door. Okay, well, I'll come out with your food. I got your new can of, let's see, it's the ocean whitefish. Meaty pate. And I put in a little extra kibble. And I put in the diatomaceous earth. So, give you a worm treatment, whether you need it or not. Okay, well, seem to want the pets. Yeah, your reaction at the door is a little strange. Yeah. So let's see, the weather, it's actually warmer today. So it's actually kind of nice today. It was still a little cool side, but I'd actually kind of prefer the weather around this range compared to, I think, where we're headed. So I didn't check the weather today, but I presume the heat wave is still coming. So the next couple days are going to warm up, and then after that it's going to get hot. And then I have no idea how long it's going to be. So I did a run today. Did a long run. And it actually went a little better. Definitely better than the last couple times. I'm still on the slow side, but I did 4 laps. I wasn't sure if I was going to do 4 laps, but I managed to do the first 2 laps in, I would say, a semi-decent time for me anyway. It wasn't a great time, but considering I've basically fallen out of shape from my injury. The first 2 lap performance and time I did was kind of where I'd like to be, all things considered. So yeah, the first 2 laps went pretty well, and then 3rd lap I started losing steam. But I actually still managed to beat 1 hour with a little bit of margin. The last time I came close to an hour, I think I was right on the dot. The margin probably came from the fact that, my first 2 laps were pretty good. And then I decided to hang in there for a 4th lap and continued to deteriorate. And my average time actually looks very similar to my prior runs, so I was pretty slow on that last lap. But I finished, so I'm relatively pleased with myself, all things considered. Oh no, I think it was a good run. I'm starting to feel some rubbing, not quite blistering, but on my toes. I think I wore some different socks than I normally wear, and yeah, I don't think they're very good socks. So I think my toes may be irritated. So probably gonna need to wear different types of socks. And let's see, I think, yeah, yesterday I stayed in and just did pull-ups. So I was actually feeling the burn from that, but I think having a day off with my legs probably helped my run today. He's climbing. So I'm not sure how to pet him when he's climbing my glove. So I'd like to stroke his chest, but since his paw's on the glove, I can't move it without moving him. So all in all, I think it was a good run. I think, yeah, maybe, so 2 days ago, I think I did an interval run. And actually, I think I was still feeling a little bit of the burn today from that. Just a little bit. I was feeling it more yesterday. But yeah, I think the interval run actually helped. I think it may have also helped, kind of reset me. Because, my last few runs have been, not counting the interval run, been pretty terrible. My last few long runs, they've been kind of terrible. So I think, the interval run may have helped reset me a little bit. So I am contemplating going for another bike ride. So as the weather starts heating up, as long as it doesn't get really, really hot, I'm thinking a bike ride might be a good thing to do. Still worried about my leg and my hip, so I'm still on the fence about taking it easy versus trying to go out and use it. So I'll probably play it by ear tomorrow. But yeah, I'm thinking if I go, I might go tomorrow. So I'm definitely not going to run tomorrow. If I don't, then it'll be a walk, most likely. But if I don't, I probably will try for a bike ride the day after, presuming the heat isn't bad. But we'll see. Need to probably practice the stretching exercises, make sure my leg hip doesn't get re-injured. So I probably should do it before I leave for my bike ride. Okay, well, I think we're about food time, huh? Okay, let's get your food. So I don't know how the diatomaceous earth tastes. I don't know if Scruffy can tell or not. So since this was a brand new fresh can, and it's the ocean whitefish, it tends to have a little more moisture and grease than the other flavors I've noticed. So there's a little more liquid in this one. Though, as I mentioned recently, I've noticed that this batch seems to be a little less liquidy than other batches I've gotten. So I'm thinking it may be because it's a fresher batch, and because of that, the grease hasn't separated as much. But I did pour in the extra grease, and then I decided to put in actually a little bit extra diatomaceous earth. Just take advantage of the extra moisture. So I've been on the conservative side. I think I've been using a half teaspoon, and I've read, I think in general you go up to a full teaspoon, but since I don't give Scruffy a full can of the wet cat food, and instead I mix it in with the dry cat food. I'm worried that because of the dry cat food, there may not be enough moisture, and giving them too much diatomaceous earth may constipate them. So I think when I first started last year, I think I started with a full teaspoon, and then as time went on, I reduced it to a half teaspoon. He didn't seem to have any problems, as far as I could tell. But I wanted to play it conservatively. So yesterday I gave him a half teaspoon. I think in general I'll probably just stick with a half teaspoon. But since there was more moisture in today's can, I thought, well, it's only the second day, and we're just kind of kick-starting off the process. I think we'll probably start with a little bit more. And then as time goes on, go back to the half teaspoon, or maybe I just do the half teaspoon normally, except when there's a lot of moisture in the food. So anyway, yeah, I saw Scruffy slipping on the table most of the day. In fact, yeah, it was similar to yesterday. I didn't want to come out with the water because I didn't want to wake him up while he was on the table. Get him to jump off. It may have been unnecessary. But yeah, he was... Every time I checked, he was still sleeping on the table. So I didn't bring out his water until kind of late again. Today he was, I think, still on the table, and I basically just decided, okay, well, I'm going to bring it out. It's getting late. So, yeah, I think he stayed on the table while I was putting down the water. He didn't really do anything, just looked at me. And then after I went back in, he jumped off the table and drank the water. So I guess he was thirsty. Figured he wasn't thirsty when he was sleeping. So. But yeah, I think I woke him up when I came out. So. I'm still working on some really tedious things, and yeah, I'm kind of going insane trying to get through it. It's so tedious. Spent was up late again last night doing it. Though I tried actually not to do it as late as I've been doing it. So I'm having trouble sleeping, and so I've been kind of going to sleep later and later just because I have trouble sleeping. But I decided I wanted to get back on try to get back on a normal sleep schedule and try to get some sleep. So I took half a sleeping pill last night, and I think it kind of worked. Fortunately, I still got up too late today, so I got more sleep, which is good. But yeah, I ended up sleeping in a little late as well. So I don't know, I might have to take another sleeping pill and go to sleep even earlier, try to not wake up so late. And yeah, the stock market's been not doing well for, I don't know, it's been a good number of weeks. All in all, it's been, you know, downward trend of the whole entire stock market. Seems to be a cycle of things getting crushed. So I've taken a lot of losses here and there. I'm putting on hedges, and so I finally actually took some profits on one of my hedges today. So yay, I guess. So technically, it means, you know, it's a hedge. So I lost money on my, you know, actual real position, but, you know, I made back some money from the hedge. So the hope is that the underlying bounces back at some point, which I don't know. In the long term, probably, but yeah, I'm still bitter from my other hedge that I got screwed on because I really needed that hedge, and I was right, and then they screwed me and they didn't pay out. So I'm still waiting to hear from the legal clinics. Still haven't heard a word. Yeah, I've been meaning to send a follow-up email to all the different law schools that haven't replied yet, but I don't want to harass them, so I'm not sure, you know, what the etiquette is. I don't want to spam them with stuff, but, you know, it's been a few weeks. It seems like the response would have been nice. So I heard from two of them. Unfortunately, both said no. But I sent out a lot more than two, and I haven't heard back. I haven't heard a peep from any of them. So probably follow up with them in a few more days. So I want to get through my tedious thing first. I really want to get that behind me. So I think Scruffy's about done. I see pate smears on the corners of the bowl, but there might be something under the balls. I'll have to move the balls for him. I'm surprised by now he hasn't gotten better at moving the balls himself. I've seen on YouTube, some cats are really smart. Scruffy doesn't seem to be one of them. Okay, well, I'm glad he took a big drink of water since I put in the diatomaceous earth and I see a bug's crawling in the plate. It just crawled out. So. I see the bugs climbing on the edge of the bowl. Might be too small to see in the camera. It flew away. It's taking a long drink of water. Okay, looks like Scruffy's taking off. Yep. Okay, folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.